Okay, so it's time for the example 9, part B. So this time, if you look at it, it's the same cone, the same filling rate, so dV dt this time is still 2. Now, what we don't want to fall into the trap of is thinking that dH dt or dR dt is going to be the same as before. So I'm not going to use any of that. I'm going to use just the fact that dV dt is 2. But I can still use the proportion we got yesterday, that h over 4 and r over 2 have to be equal to each other from the similar triangles. So I cross multiply, I got 2h is equal to 4r. Now, in part 2, I care about radius stuff. So it says that the height, it said part 2, part B. So the height, or the water is 3 meters deep. So my height is 3. So if I plugged in 3 here, I get 2 times 3 is equal to 4r. If I divide by 4 and simplify, I'll get my radius is going to be 3 over 2. So don't believe me, plug it in, do the work, you'll get it. So I know h, I know r. dH dt and dR dt, jury's still out on that, but I want to know dR dt. So what I really should do is take my volume equation and just get rid of h. I don't want h. So volume is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h, but forget about h. Instead of h, I'm going to use, well, 2h is equal to 4r, so if I divide that by 2, I ran out of space there. I should have put it there. I ran out of space. I'm sorry. And you know that h is equal to 2r. So I can put 2r in for h. So if I simplify that, I get that v is equal to, now this 2, this is all over 1. I'm going to bring this 2 over here and say 2/3 pi r squared times another r, that's r cubed. And now, if I take the derivative, dV dt is equal to, remember, this is all just a number, 3 times 2/3 pi r squared dr dt. And from there, I can plug in what I know. I know that r is 3 over 2. I know that dV dt is 2. So I got 3 times 2/3. Let's get that. Sorry. So I can write 2 pi r squared, which is going to be 3 over 2 squared dr dt. And I want to get all this over here. You can simplify it however you want, or go through the steps however you want. I want to square this first and get 9/4. Remember, when you square a fraction, you square the top and the bottom. And then, let's see, to get rid of the 2 pi, I'll just divide both sides by 2 pi, divide by 2 pi. So, and this is all times, that's why I only really need to divide it right there. So, goodbye, goodbye. I've got 1 out of space. 1 over, come on. I'm a professional. Okay. 1 over pi is equal to 9 over 4 dr dt. And then to eliminate a fraction that's multiplied by something else, we can divide by it or just multiply by the reciprocal. And I got 4 over 9 pi is equal to my dr dt. Now, that's a lousy answer on my part because I forgot units. You saw nothing. I believe this is where professionals say, oh, we'll just edit that out in post. And I am a professional, but fat chance on that happening. All right. So that was part B of example 9.